Becca C. Smith here, and it's been a while. That's because I've just been insanely busy. I finished my first audiobook, Dream Diaries. I've been working really hard on that, and I am prepping for my NaNoWriMo book. I'm actually really excited to talk about this because after writing 13 novels, 42 screenplays, 25 teleplays, I have never once written a fantasy. And for people that watch my channel, you're probably thinking that's really weird because my favorite authors are Brandon Sanderson and Terry Brooks and Raymond E. Feist, and all they write is fantasies. And that's kind of what I consume. I mean, my books are fantasies, but they're like urban fantasies. They take place on Earth. You know, like a Harry Potter type thing. It's like earthbound, like, but not an entirely other fantasy world, planet. I've never done anything like that. I've just been way intimidated, like so intimidated, because and props to anybody that writes fantasies. I can't even, because the amount of world building, for coming up with names for characters and places and cities and towns and moons and suns and oceans and rivers and everything. You have to have a name for everything. I've been using name generators like crazy, which I can put in the link below because they've been really helpful. So that's what I've been working on. I've pretty much come up with the basic plot and basic outline, but now I've really got to delve in and get to super detail. But I'm really excited because finally I'm writing a book with dragons in it, because dragons, I have these purses that I freaking make, and everyone's always like, oh, dragons, do any of your books have dragons in them? And I'm all like, no. But now they will. I'm actually super excited for Preptober because I'm going to be doing lots of videos showing you how I organize everything for this fantasy novel. It's a lot different from my other novels because there's just a lot more to organize. Originally I was thinking I was going to do it in this journal, but I actually decided that was way too complicated and have been using it more for inspiration and for just more detailed stuff like rewards and crossing, you know, word counts off and things like that, and actually drawing characters, dragons, and sort of a stream of consciousness, sort of figuring things out. That's what I've been using this notebook for. But it's Scrivener that's been the real hero in my prepping journey, because I've been using Scrivener to its fullest capacity for this new novel. Normally with my novels, I usually just have an outline, maybe some character sheets, but mainly just an outline, because I do like doing some pantsing when I write. My outlines are pretty sparse, but they're detailed in the sense that I know plot-wise everything that's going to happen, but I usually only use a sentence or two to describe what's going to happen, and that's usually enough for me to tell the whole story. But this time around, I am over preparing, if you will, because it's very different, and the thing about fantasies is there's just so much involved. So I have a folder for maps, I have a folder for the races, I have a folder for characters, for the world government, for how, like, everything has a folder, and it's just right there and accessible. Scrivener is amazing. Honestly, I don't know how anybody that writes fantasies can do without it, because it's just so organized. Like, amazing. But I will show you, I'll probably do a whole video on my Scrivener setup for my fantasy and world building during October. October, so excited. And this is very different for me because every book that I've ever written has been either third person limited or first person. So I always tell the story through one character's eyes. This will be the first time where there'll be 3 main characters, and I will be telling it through all 3 of their eyes. I will be doing third person limited past tense, but each chapter will be a different girl. It'll be all female because females rule, and it's going to be, I'm going to tell it in my usual style, YA style, so I think it'll be really fun to have a kind of YA teen fantasy, like full out fantasy with dragons. With dragons, people, with dragons. So I am super excited. I mean, I'm still working on Atlas Rising edits. My editor is giving them to me in pieces, so that's kind of nice because I can just do chunks at a time. And I'm still editing Dream Diaries, the audiobook, so all of that's still going to be going on during Preptober, but I am finding time to work on getting this novel ready to write. Can't wait. And I'm going to be leaving Toronto on Sunday, so I'll be in Los Angeles, and I will have my sewing machine again. I miss my sewing machine. I am actually, for Preptober, going to make the ultimate author-tuber bag, because what I need in a bag as an author-tuber, and maybe you guys can relate, I need a bag that will fit notebooks, I need a bag that will fit my computer, I need a bag that will fit my camera and gear, and I don't want it to be gigantic, like, you know, duffel bag, and I want it to be nerdy. I'm thinking maybe a Hogwarts theme. I may actually do a theme of the book that I'm going to be writing, which could be fun, but I'll probably stick with Hogwarts first. Maybe do my house colors, do a little Ravenclaw kind of thing. But I want to design the perfect bag that will hold everything, so I'll definitely do a video on that. And I'm definitely going to do a video on my character building, because I'm doing something new this year, because I really have to develop my characters more than I normally do. Normally I like to discover my characters as I go, but this time around, because it's so detailed, I really need to flesh out the characters before. And I found a really cool way of doing that, and I'm going to try it out, and then I'm going to tell you guys if it works out and it's cool. I'll tell you guys and share it with you. I'm going to be making a lot more videos for October and November for sure. I'm thinking I'm going to do a daily vlog for NaNoWriMo again, because I really enjoyed that, especially if I have the magic bag that I make, because I can be portable and go anywhere, and that's the fun of NaNoWriMo for me, is going to cafes and meeting other people that are writing, and going with my writer friends who are also going to be participating in NaNoWriMo this year. So excited. And yeah, so lots of things to come. I'm nervous about Sunday because I'm a nervous flyer, so wish me luck. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.